Hello, how are you doing? Today I'd like to talk about um, Black History Month or Black History in general, Black History Year with football. A lot of people know that Jack Robinson became the first African American player to play Major League Baseball in 1947. But did you know that there were several football players who became the first African American to play football? For example, there was an African American gentleman by the name of Kenny Washington who became the first African American to play um, football in 1946, which was right after World War II. Then there was two other gentlemen by the name of Bill Willis and um, Marion Motley. They was teammates who played for the Cleveland Browns. Right, the Cleveland Browns um, in in September 1946, and they went on to dominate football in the 1940s and 1950s, where it helped uh, the Browns win uh, their championship in 1950. So they was before Jim Brown, who dominated football in the 1950s and 1960s. They it wasn't for them. There'll be no Jerry Rice. There'll be no Emmett. There'll be no Emmett Smith, who's the all-time leading rusher. They could have almost between 18,000 or 15,000 career rush yards. But before he had dominated the career in rushing yards, it was Jim Brown. But getting back to what I was saying, there's also another African American gentleman by the name of Emlem Tunnel, who became the first African American to play for the New York Giants and the first African American to be inducted into the Football Hall of Fame. So, to recap, I know it's a lot I gave at you. Once again, the first African American to play football was Kenny Washington. He did so in 1946. Then, right after him, was Marion Motley and Marion Motley, Marion Motley and Bill Willis. They was teammates. Then you have Emlem Tunnel, who became the first African American to play for the Giants and to be inducted into the Football Hall of Fame. And then there was another gentleman by the name of Joe Perry, who became the first African American superstar before O.J. Simpson. He had dominated the league in the 1940s and 1950s too. And mind you that Joe Perry um, was in the military and he was recruited because he played football in the military. I think either Bill Willis or I think it was Marion Motley who had played football in the military and was recruited as well. But getting back to Joe Perry um, was known for his quickness, as was Bill Willis and uh, Marion Motley. Marion Motley. They all was very fast and they played around the same time. But getting back to Joe Perry, Joe Perry was very versatile. He could run. He was strong. He dominated football in the 40s and the 50s. I think he was uh, a linebacker and no, Joe Perry was a fullback, not a linebacker, a fullback, uh, which was a rare trait to be a fullback. Because fullbacks was considered strong, slow. Some might even call him the fastest fullback in the NFL. history. He was the first African American to win the MVP award, so that was big. So once again, Joe Perry was the first African American to win the MVP award. Um, Emlem Tunnel was the first to win to be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame and to uh, play for the New York Giants. Uh, Kenny Washington was the first African American to play for the NFL. Uh, Marion Moti and Bill Willis was the first. Well, right after Kenny Washington, while he was the first to play in the NFL, the two gentlemen after Kenny Washington was one of the first to play in the NFL as well. And getting back to Joe Perry, he paved the way um, for players such as Walter Payton, who is considered one of the greatest running backs in NFL history. He had once broke the record for most yards ran by a running back with 16,000 yards being rushed. He was one of the greatest NFL players of all time, but people consider him even a better human being because he was nice and knew how to treat people with respect. But he had died at the age of 45 in 1999 due to a rare liver disease. The rare liver disease was known as cholangitis. Cholangitis. But with that being said, as I was saying, Emmitt Smith is the all-time Russian, is the all-time uh, Russian running back by having 8,300 yards, which is all-time NFL record. But I don't mean to be a pack. He keeps saying the same thing over and over, so I'm gonna leave this video as is. Um, Thanks for listening. Please have a great one. See you later. Stay blessed. God bless. I'll talk to you later.